Welcome back. I'm Tedward. Today, thanks to Bond Group, we're driving this 1991 BMW 850i. It's a V12. It's a 6-speed manual. We're going to do a little bit of a different format today, so we're going to do a little silent walk around and check out the car just so you can get a feel for it. We've reviewed an 850 on the channel before, which is why I'm like, well, I don't need to necessarily repeat myself on this thing, but 850 is a beautiful exercise in style. This is BMW at their peak in terms of being a little edgy, a little over the top, but still soft and elegant. I think this car has a crazy shape, but it's a wedge. And you've got no B-pillar on the sides. You can put these windows down. It's perfect for the summer. We're going to avoid some potholes here, but hey, we've got 16-inch wheels on this thing, plenty of sidewall, and a V12 under the hood. How cool is that? Pop-up headlights and a rear end with a lot of real estate taken up by giant taillights, but it all meshes and looks really good. What's wild is this would have been built in sort of the E34 5 Series days, and yet I still see pieces of my E39 in this car because this was kind of a flagship thing. Of course, it wasn't a 7 Series, but this was the executive coupe. So I do feel like it was a bit of a testing ground for what they could do. But anyway, let's just get out there, take a look around the car, and go for a drive. best thing about the 850i is that it feels like a sporty executive coupe. So maybe you don't want to be running around in a 7 Series, but you want the style and kind of cushy vibes of those kind of grand, outrageous, high-end flagship sedans. But you want it in this. Like, there was an S-Class coupe. You know, there's cool things out there from the Germans at the time that would allow you to be someone who isn't necessarily like a limo driver or family man, but maybe you're making a little money. Maybe you're still a CEO. Maybe you're still a boss in your own right, but you just want something that's a little cooler. This is not going to be your track weapon, but it does have loads of low-down torque. You're going to be able to do the Autobahn burning. You're going to be able to fit 4 people reasonably well in the car. The rear seat's not enormous, but buckets in their own right. And you get a nice 6-speed manual out of it. Great tactile feedback on the steering, hydraulic, of course. And it's just a fun thing to operate. The visibility, oh my goodness, not having a B-pillar, what a beautiful thing. If we put the windows all down, you really even have more, because you don't even have that little black strip. But, you know, being able to kind of pull out of here in this is such a luxury. I was in the Countach like 2 weeks ago, and this was legitimately terrifying. It'd be so cool if people would like move to the open lane to like let me do that. I get it. Oh, look at this Camry. Yeah, keep her alive, bud. Got 190 mile an hour speedometer. 6 gear at 60 miles an hour is like just a hair over 1500 RPM. It's definitely designed to go very fast, and it's cool because you've got the pop-up headlights. You can put those down, assuming you're, you know, maybe driving in the daytime. I mean, you should probably be, if you're driving that fast, have your headlights on, but you know, if you wanted the extra aerodynamics, you can put them down, keep the parking lights on, and cruise like a psycho. The thing about these old BMWs, like any old BMW, it's just wear and tear. Like driveline slack, synchros start to go. These are cars that you want to take in good condition and just go through them. You want to do like full front rear subframe rebuilds, bushings, drive shafts, rear main seals, all the typical BMW stuff that stops you from buying these cars. Well, it's just stuff that you got to do if you want it to be tip-top. But otherwise, you know, if you're spending the money on this thing, you might as well do it. I mean, you can still drive them, but if you want it to be perfect and feel like it did when it came off the assembly line, yeah, you got to put a little love into it. A lot of people think they're getting discounts on their E39 M5s, being like, wow, I found a deal. There are no deals. I assure you, there are no deals in this BMW world. There are only cars that need more love than others, and maybe the initial buy-in price is appealing on certain cars, but mark my words, you will pay for it on the other end. This V12 is great. Lots of torque down low, no need to be like downshifting all the time. Pulls to redline, doesn't like fall off. It's not a very high redline, it's only like 6,000 RPM. So it's not a high revving engine, but you don't need turbos. It's all naturally aspirated. So that's a short drive in the winter in this 850i. If you want a full review on the 850i, you can go check out my older one. Today, I didn't want to deprive you of my little drive in this car. I had to take it out for a photo shoot. It's going to be for sale, presumably on Bring a Trailer, pretty soon. And you know, I get it. This is one of those cars that would have made me a BMW fanatic. There's all kinds of weird little quirks and features, as Doug might say, in the 850. You've got the double glove box over here. You've got the pillarless thing there. You've got your coins over here. You've got a funky shape to the gas door, filler door on the outside of the car. And you've got a stylish BMW that really looks like nothing else. They did bring the 8 Series back, and it's not a proper successor. The new 8 Series is just a 6 Series, so that's the deal. 8 Series is cool. I like that it's not some big chonky steering wheel. You actually, it's a proper sporting vehicle. It's not trying to be anything other than it is. This is not some exercise in marketing. This is just a cool car with a V12. So thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive, and I'll see you in the next one.